You know what, Gina? I think we do actually have a chance of beating Fiorentina. I've been checking them out on the One Football app, the sponsor of today's video, and of course, the best place to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news and scores from around the world. And this Fiorentina team is not as good as maybe you'd think it was going to be. They're only ninth in Serie A right now, and we can look through all of the player stats as well, which is one of the big perks of the app. And looking through the player stats, like, no one's playing brilliantly well this season, so I think they're for the taking. And if we beat them, we go to the semi-finals, which is just bizarre and bonkers for a team like us. So we'll see how it goes, but make sure you download the One Football app from the top line of the description for absolutely free, because I've heard it gives us a 10% boost in game or something like that. I might have made it up. Yeah, I did make it up, Gina. I did. But don't tell the viewers that. Don't tell the viewers that. Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode, which is a crunch episode because there's a lot to play for. We've got the Europa Conference League quarterfinals against Fiorentina. We might do the Scottish Cup semi-final against Kilmarnock, but we'll definitely do the Celtic game in the Scottish Premiership as well. Since you guys were last here for the wins over that Croatian team in the second round of the Europa Conference League, we've played St Mirren and won 2-1, and then we beat Motherwell 3-0 in the Scottish Cup fifth round replay, which is fantastic stuff for us. And then we came back and had a rather disappointing 0-0 draw with Dundee United. Not really helped by Lewis Ferguson getting a straight red card in that game. That was not helpful at all, and that didn't contribute at all well to us trying to score goals in the game. So 0-0 in the end was actually a pretty decent result for us. But what that means is we are still top of the table as things stand. With only 5 games to go this season, we're 4 points clear of Celtic and 6 points clear of Rangers. It's ours for the taking. And imagine the bottle job if we lose this now. But if we lose to Celtic and lose to Rangers in these final 5 games of a season, we could bottle it. So as long as we just keep winning, we should be fine. Oh, I don't know. It's horrible. But what is exciting, actually, is that we are still on for a quadruple this season. We won the Betfred Cup earlier on this season. We could win the league. We're also in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup against Kilmarnock, as you can see. And that does come up in between the Fiorentina. And tell you what, we'll do it. We'll do it anyway. We'll do 4 games in today's episode. We'll do Fiorentina, Kilmarnock, Fiorentina, and Celtic. So let's just get straight into it. We've got the Scottish Cup as well. That's one we could win. And also the Europa Conference League. So we could get a quadruple this season. But we're also in a horrible position where we could bottle at least 2 of these massively. So as we jump into today's first game, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. This is the team taking on Fiorentina in the first leg of the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, Juan Torres is injured, our usual right back, which means that Portia is coming in at right back today to play alongside Suva, Herrera and Devine in the backline ahead of Bazunu. Campbell and Tamatlumpur start in the centre of midfield, although actually we might put Lewis Ferguson on for this one on the grounds that he can play Europa League games but can't play domestic games because of his red card. So we might play him in this one and rotate him around with Alan Campbell as and when we need to. Gordon and Knight start on the wings with Nisbet and Shankland leading the line. So as kickoff is upon us here today, it's the home leg first. So ideally, we need to be keeping Fiorentina quiet. We cannot be conceding goals, and we cannot give them any away goals to help them out in the away leg that we play after this game. But we need to capitalise on it, and we've capitalised on it perfectly. 12 minutes into the first half, a superb cross from Rhys Devine there, getting it into Nisbet, and Nisbet slotting it past the Fiorentina keeper. This is what I call a cross. Look at this for a ball into the middle. Absolutely superb. Nisbet meets it. Igor, we hate him. If you watch the stream saves when I was the manager of Fiorentina, you know he was absolutely terrible. And luckily he's terrible today. He's helped to score 1 goal, and we just scored another one. Ferguson's free kick. into Herrera, who's absolutely unmarked, nods it past the keeper, and this is an absolute dream start to the game against Fiorentina. And can we grab a third? Can we grab a third? We've grabbed a third. Kevin Nisbet with his 25th of the season. This is sublime. I can't believe how well we started off this game. I came into it thinking, because we played Fiorentina in the group stage, we drew 3-3 and we drew 1-1. They were very difficult games to play. But so far this evening, absolutely superb stuff. No one offside there at all. You love to see it. We're in dreamland right now. 10 minutes to go until half-time, and Fiorentina still looking to come forward. If that was a penalty, I would have gone mental, because that was never a penalty, as Gordon clears the ball only as far as Fiorentina players. Kouame gets it into the middle as Hector Herrera gets it into Nzola, but it is cleared once again, but again only as far as Igor, who looks to come forward. Olza on the left-hand side brings it a bit more centrally into Amrabat, who must be like in his mid-30s now at this point of Football Manager. And Fiorentina do pull one back. That is not ideal for us, but at least we still have a 2-goal cushion. And weirdly, for some reason, Fiorentina have a better XG than us. The goals we scored, that first one was very good XG, but the next 2 goals were not great XG, as you can see. And Fiorentina apparently should have scored more goals than us as it stands right now, which is a little bizarre. But we don't mind too much because we are 3-1 up. Around the other scores, Norwich currently winning 1-0, Athletic Bilbao currently winning 2-0, and Ludogorets and Bordeaux drawing 0-0. We get to play the winner of Ludogorets and Bordeaux, I think it was. I can't remember who we played. I'm pretty sure it was Ludogorets and Bordeaux. We get to play the winner of that one in the semi-finals, should we be lucky enough to get there. As the second half has flown by, Ben Knight with a free kick into the middle. Shankland's there, restores the 3-goal lead that we had to make it 4-1 on the night. I can't believe how well we've played. It's absolutely sublime. And Shankland getting in on the action at the far post. You love to see it. We'll make some changes too to make sure we've got some players rested for the next game. Ethan Ross comes on for a tired Anthony Gordon. We'll also bring on Suter at the back for Suva. And maybe even Xavi Simons for Tambert Lumper. But whilst things are hanging in the balance between RZ and Norwich and Ludogorets and Bordeaux, Athletic Bilbao and Aberdeen right now, we are looking like we are going through into the semi-finals even after the first leg, just as long as we don't capitulate completely. Let's not concede a goal late on here. We might not actually, because we do win possession back as Suter doesn't really get his ball forward very well, and actually it could be a goal here for Fiorentina. Rhys Devine with a good clearance out towards Ethan Ross, who loses possession immediately, and then Devine is playing everyone on side, and Fiorentina do grab another goal. Okay, 4-2 on the night. It's 2 away goals for Fiorentina, which could be crucial in the second leg, which is a little concerning. We need to make sure we're at our very best in the second leg. But another goal wouldn't hurt, and Ethan Ross restores the 3-goal lead that we had. That makes life a little easier for us in the second leg. And there we go. Aberdeen 5, Fiorentina 2 to kick things off in this evening's episode. We're going to go straight through into the Kilmarnock game in a couple of days' time. We need to rest everyone first, as I've just also seen that Lewis Ferguson now got a suspension in the Europa Conference League as well for yellow cards, as you can see. In fact, Lewis Ferguson and Rhys Devine both picking up suspensions for the next leg, so that's going to be difficult for both of those guys. But now it's time for Kilmarnock in the Cup, and we need to make some changes for this one to make sure we rest some players up for the Fiorentina game. So, Thad McRae is going to come on for Nisbet, and we're going to bring Harry Storm on as well for Shankland. And actually, Thad might play on the wings, and Kevin Hanratty will play as that deep line playmaker, so that Ben Knight can have a rest as well. Through the middle, Xavi Simons will start and will play... Actually, Ferguson can play this one as well, and Campbell can play the next 2 games because, of course, of Lewis Ferguson's suspensions. Gordon is going to swap with Ethan Ross. Portier will swap with Vontae Daly-Campbell. We'll bring Suter on at the back for Suva, but we'll leave Herrera and Devine playing. That's a good team. Let's submit it. And we need to get a keeper on the bench as well for the cup rule. So you come on the bench for Suva. There we go. Submit the team. Go to the game. Let's get a win and another cup final booked in. So Kilmarnock won the Scottish Cup last season, and because they won the Scottish Cup last season, that condemned us to the Europa Conference League, but that might actually be a blessing in disguise, because ordinarily, for third place, we would have got Europa League football, but Kilmarnock won the Cup, so they got Europa League football instead, and what that means is, it's led us to have our Europa Conference League journey, which we might be getting to a semi-final of, and I don't think we would have done that in the Europa League. On the downside, they have actually scored the opening goal of the game, which is not ideal. So this isn't a blessing in disguise, but maybe Kilmarnock winning it last season was that blessing in disguise. And I'll be honest with you, it's a decent goal. We should have the quality to turn this around, though. We've got some very good youngsters on the pitch right now. I mean, Fab McRae has got, I think, 12 goals in all competitions. I think Harry Storm has got 6 or 8 goals in all competitions, not playing too many games, mostly coming off the bench as well. So I do have full faith in the boys and knowing that they can score some decent goals when they need to. However, maybe the pressure of the situation is getting to them just a little bit. Is that Tim Akinola playing for Kilmarnock? Tim Akinola is a former Lincoln City youth player who then went to, I think, Arsenal briefly, I think. Either way, it is Tim Akinola playing for Kilmarnock, who did go to Arsenal after being let go from Lincoln to go to Lincoln United. He then went to Sunderland, who then went to Brighouse, and then to Arsenal, and then found himself at Kilmarnock. It's a very odd career, that one already, but he's only 22 years old, so I'm sure he'll get better and better, but might be a decent signing for us at some point, because obviously he's a former Lincoln City player. But at half-time, we are 1-0 down, which is not ideal for us at all. Am I going to regret making a big... Because I want to win this, obviously. Now that we're here, we want to win this. I wasn't really too fussed about it earlier in the season, but now we're actually at the Cup final stage nearly. I do quite want to win this because the quadruple is on, and Ferguson gets us back in this game with a superb free kick from the edge of the D. Perfectly placed into a top corner. That is beautiful. But now we need to get our ass into gear for the rest of the second half and not concede any more goals and make sure we score plenty of our own goals. As Kilmarnock look to come forward again, Tim Akinola, the man we spoke about earlier on, gets on the ball as the playmaker, hoofs it forward in towards their wing-back, who puts it in the middle, and it's cleared just about by Bazunu then, I think by the help of a defender as well. But Kilmarnock still looking to come forward. A nice bit of possession for them right now. Come on, boys. Let's get the challenge in there. Let's not do something... Oh, you hate to see it. It's not even offside, is it? And Tim Akinola, the man we spoke about, of course, he's going to get the assist. Okay, well, maybe what we need to do is bring some of the big guns on the pitch. I'm thinking Nisbet needs to come on as a poacher. I'm thinking that I've not put the right people on the bench. Anthony Gordon will come on for Ethan Ross. He can come on and try and help our attack a little bit. Let's make those 2 changes. Go a bit more attacking as well. Let's shout, demand more. Let's not bottle a cup final here. Oh, boys, I can't believe this. 15 minutes to go. Let's just adjust the duties slightly. But with 10 minutes to go, Kilmarnock might have just done us over, and I might have just done a little bit too much rotation. The quadruple that was on, is no longer on unless we can get something out of this. Right, good clearance, counter-attack. Gordon, come on, do something clever. Kind of clever. It was kind of clever until the finish. Oh, if only that was on target, that would be the goal. And I think that's going to be that. Kilmarnock have done it again. Another cup final for them. And the quadruple is off for us. Which, that's quite annoying, actually. I said at the start of today's episode I wasn't going to show this game. And then I thought, no, because if we win, it'd be really good. Didn't expect it. I feel like an idiot now. I mean, I guess... Maybe it's not good. It's not going to affect us at all because I think the Scottish Cup final is like right at the very end of the season, right? After all the league games we've got to play. So it wouldn't have affected us at all. So, just a lost bit of silverware. Quadruples are overrated anyway. It's all about the treble. Everyone wants to win the treble. But going back into this second leg, we need to pick the strongest team that we've got. So we'll do that via that sort of quick selection thing that I've got saved. Torres is still slightly injured, so we'll bring him off for Daly Campbell. Rhys Devine, of course, is suspended for yellow card, so Brian Portier will come on for him. And, of course, Lewis Ferguson also suspended as well. So we get those 2 guys off the bench. Joey Simmons will come on. And I guess we'll bring Tommy Hoban onto the bench as well to sort of cover at the back if needed. But that for me is a lineup good enough. submit the team. Let's go to the match. Let's get it won. So, as kickoff is upon us here today, it's 5-2 on aggregate to us right now. But of course, Fiorentina have those 2 away goals. So if they win 3-0, they go through into the semi-finals. And they've had a good chance to score a goal inside the opening minutes of the game. Luckily, Bazunu was well aware of that one. His clearance, though, not quite so good. And Fiorentina can come straight back at us as they look to come through the middle of the park. Shoot from distance, I dare you. Shot from distance, and it was an easy shot to save for Bazunu, and the highlight finally finishes. But very quickly, there's another one, which is not ideal. I know we're 3 goals up, right, but I don't like it. If we can go 4 goals up, though, which we can't do, that would have made me feel a little bit easier. I just know that Fiorentina can score 3 past us because they did it earlier on this season. I mean, we scored 3 past them in the 3-3 draw that we had, but we do know they can score 3 past us, and that does worry me a little bit. As Ben Knight can't get his shot on target, it's cleared, but we do win possession back through Ben Knight and Vontae Daly-Campbell. Nisbet over to Campbell. Campbell gets it across to Brian Portier. Portier just swing one into the middle. He does. Gordon adds it down to Tam Lumper, and that would have been goal of the season maybe if it had gone in the back of the net. Unfortunately, it went sailing over the crossbar. Another chance for Fiorentina, who score one. We're only 13 minutes into this game. Only 13 minutes in. That's a worry. The worry is also that Fiorentina are having another chance to come forward. They have been so good so far. And don't do it. Just don't score another one, please. I can't take it. I feel worse than I did on Saturday watching Lincoln City play in the second leg of the playoffs. That was an awful first half. I hated every second of the entire game that I watched. And I'm feeling very similar vibes right now. We've got like one hand in the semi-final. And yet we're not playing well today. And Fiorentina have the quality to take it away from us completely. And there's just so many highlights. No. And Zola coming forward. Please don't do anything clever. Good. That was really not clever. I'm kind of like in the mood where I just don't want to watch. I just want to like go away. Thankfully, we've scored a goal there. We've brought one back. Now, that is superb. That's an away goal for us as well. One more away goal, we nullify theirs, which is actually really handy. How many highlights are there in this? I'm not even talking over all of them. I'm just letting some of them just play out because I'm too scared to talk about anything and I might jinx something. But there's been so many highlights and 15 shots for Fiorentina in the first half. Oh, I'm not really made of strong stuff, clearly. I can't handle this. The nerves are getting to me. As Amrabat into Jovine, whatever he's called, shoots, scores 2-1. Oh, dear me. All they need is 2 more goals. And they got 2 goals in the first 45 minutes. So they can easily get 2 goals in the second 45 minutes. And 1 goal is what they need now. Okay. Thrash the arms. I'm far from pleased from what I've just seen. I'm too scared to go properly defensive as well. I feel like if we go too look, we're already conceded 18 shots. If we go defensive, then we're just going to invite pressure onto us, surely. And that's going to just cause more goals to be scored against us. Boys, please at least get 1 more goal. If you get 1 more goal, then we nullify the away goal threat. 1 more, we nullify it. And then they have to win outright, obviously. I mean, so do we, but it makes it a bit easier for us if we can just get that second away goal. As Kouame comes forward. No, Fiorentina, don't do this to us. No. Oh, my. I don't think I can. I can't. I don't want to watch it. I can't. I really can't bring myself to watch this as... I'm getting up. We're getting so close. So close. Oh. Oh no. They've done it. How have they done it? Right. Well, they're winning right. They're going through right now as it stands. They're actually going through right now as it stands. So we have got to do everything in our power. What do we do? I mean, Ben Knight's on a 6.2. He's been rubbish. Swap him over with Gordon. He comes off for Ethan Ross. Let's get Shankland off for Thad McRae. Swap him and Nisbet over. Tammet Lump has been terrible. Xavi Simons on your come. We've got to go all out attack now. Inverted winger attack. Inverted winger attack. Advanced playmaker attack. Wing back attack. Portier wing back attack. How are we in this situation? How are we in this situation? Shout, demand more. As it stands right now, Fiorentina are going through. No. Very attacking. Please, very... Can I click on... I clicked on very attacking. Good, right. Chance for us. Chance for us. Daly Campbell. Into Gordon. Gordon. I thought that was in. It wasn't in. Simmons there. You there. You there. You there. You can't even play there properly, but you're going to have to try. Confirm. No. I can't... This... Let's be honest with ourselves. The double is so much nicer than the treble, which is nicer than the quadruple. No one wants a quadruple. No one really wants a treble. Everyone wants a domestic double. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. God, that is... That hurts. That hurts. It hurts a lot, given how well we played in that first leg, and we just completely threw it away in the second leg. And I mean, I hid behind the green screen for a bit. That's obviously not great for a manager, but live by the sword, die by the sword is maybe what I'd say. At least we can't bottle top of the league in today's episode. I mean, we lose to Celtic, they catch us up, but we cannot go behind them in today's episode. So at least we're not bottling top of the table yet. It hurts, because I really thought we could get to a final. I thought after that first leg, we're getting to the final. Because I'm so confident about our chances of beating Ludogorets or Bordeaux, whoever it was. I was so confident that we could get past them. But as you can see, 5 games remaining in the league. I can just move my head a little bit. You can see the Rangers fixtures a little better there. We're first, currently on 82 points. Celtic on 78 and Rangers on 76. We start with Celtic, St Mirren, Hibs, Rangers, Hearts. Rangers and Celtic play each other when we play Hibs, so that'll be coming up next episode, I'm sure. But today, we're kicking things off with Celtic. Right, well, let's get Vontae Daly Campbell off the pitch for Juan Torres, who's back from his injury. But the rest of the team is meant to be the strongest lineup we've got, and I have no confidence in them now following that atrocious result. Between Ben Knight, Anthony Gordon, Kevin Nisbet and Lawrence Shankland, there are 77 goals in them this season so far. And yet they couldn't even get more than one against Fiorentina in the second leg. Come on, Celtic. We're away to Celtic. I feel like we've been away to Celtic 3 times this season, which seems a bit unfair. Maybe we haven't been, I don't know, but it feels like we have been. We beat them 3-0 at their place last time we played them, though, but that was when we were in a bit better form and not reeling off a defeat to the team that we don't want to talk about, who play in purple from Italy that I don't like. But we need to focus. Focus up. The whole attention... No, I'm not having it. I'm not bottling 3 things today. No. This has just been disaster of an episode. An absolute disaster of an episode. Where we've been superb all season. And we were superb at the start of today's episode. In that first game against Fiorentina. And then since then, we've been knocked out the Cup, knocked out the Conference League, And now we might be giving Celtic a chance to beat us in the league. I mean, if we lose to Rangers, if we lose this game and then lose to Rangers and Celtic beat Rangers, that's it. There's no chance of us winning a league title. And we'll have bottled everything. Like, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. No. Oh, you've got to laugh because otherwise I'll be crying. Otherwise I'll be crying. So as it stands right now, Celtic are 1 point behind us. You hate to see it. Apparently Campbell's picked up a knock and is looking really injured out there. So let's get him off the pitch for Xavi Simons when we get a chance to do so, because there's a highlight going on right now. Let's do it quickly while no one's looking. Quick, Xavi Simons, Campbell, swap them over. Yes, confirm. Excellent. Ben Knight coming forward still. Get the ball in the middle, lad. Do it quickly. Oh, it's a penalty. I wasn't sure what happened there. Nothing seemed to happen on screen, but we got given a penalty, which Nisbet will take. He missed his last penalty, scores this one, gives us a lifeline with his 26th of the season. Come on, boys. Don't bottle the league as well. A draw. A draw would be a superb result against Celtic, given they are, 4 points or 3 points? 4 points behind us, right? It would be a superb result if we can get a draw. It's all we need to do. Just grab a draw against them, grab a draw against Rangers, win the other 2 or 3 games, and we're golden. Oh, this is horrible. So again, losing at half-time, thrash the arms, far from pleased from what I've just seen. We need to get back in there. Just the 1 goal is needed, boys. The 1 goal. Free kick for Celtic in the 68th minute. Lookman takes it. Lookman scores it. And that might just be that. Celtic might have just got the better of us today. I think the less said about today's episode, the better. This is one of the darkest days on the TomFM channel. It's, I mean, we've gone from looking like we are solidly on for a quadruple, and now we might just be on for the single that we've already won, because we're in bad form. We've got to turn it around. If we don't beat, we've got to beat Rangers. We have to beat Rangers, and we play Rangers tomorrow. I think what we'll do, just to make tomorrow's episode a little bit shorter, we will play the St Mirren game off camera, but we'll come back for Hibs, because that's when Celtic and Rangers play against each other. So we should be around for that game. We'll play Rangers, and we'll finish off the season against Hearts. So 3 games coming up tomorrow. On the plus side, if we win every single game, we win the league title. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have somehow enjoyed it. I'm sure there's some sadistic people out there who have loved every second of this, watching me squirm, reduced to tears nearly. It's not an episode I want to remember in a hurry, but it all comes down to tomorrow now. It all comes down to tomorrow. So thank you ever so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and all being well, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.